on our way. I am on my way to meet up with Rasmus. It's been a while since we've had one of our adventures, and this is one of the smaller ones. But we will nonetheless get out there and get up in a tree, see if we can find something to shoot at least something to look at. That would be nice. As you hear, I'm talking English. That's something we are trying to do. See if we can get out across the Danish border, see what's out there for us. I hope it doesn't disrupt too much, but we will see. Let us know. As we always say, you can always comment and let us know what you think about it, if it's too weird or if it's okay. I hope you like it. The content should be the same. The people are the same. Anyway, let's get out there. Yeah, see you in a bit. Hi.
Hi.
I've been doing it a little bit in English.
You've been doing it in English?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I sound like an old Danish farmer.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time. It's not easy to see here.
As you can see.
As you can see, it actually looks like
Spring?
fall or spring or something like that. Beautiful day. A bit colder from where I've been the last 10 days. I've been in Mauritius.
Vacation.
Holiday vacation with the family, which was combined with a day of hunting, which was really, really exciting.
And totally unfair.
Yeah, so an absolutely amazing day. Yeah, but really, really, really cool experience.
And I believe you filmed it as well.
Yeah,
Some
we
of
have
it.
some. Should I tell more details
No,
on now?
I think we should do that later.
We'll do that
I think
later.
we should
because now we're
get
going hunting,
We're going hunting now. Yeah.
and that is primarily for roe deer.
If we're really, really lucky, we'll see a roe deer. If we're really, really, really lucky, there can be also sika and stag, red
Yes.
stags.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Gear up. We're going for saddle.
Yeah. All right. Ready to go. Where are we going?
So yeah,
Perfect. Let's do it.
I'll do it.
You.
Yep.
As we say in Denmark. Knækker bræk. We can just say that it's non-alcoholic. I think we can in a hunting podcast.
In a hunting podcast, we can drink a non-alcoholic beer.
Can we drink a non-alcoholic?
Actually, that might be the issue, drinking a non-alcoholic. Cheers.
Cheers.
That might be the starting line. Cheers.
But well, maybe I can start because you have already given a Christmas present in the form of some content where we actually kill something.
But I have right now. I haven't actually uploaded that yet.
No, but it's
coming.
and that's
Yes.
all I wanted for Christmas.
Yes, and you won't get it before Christmas, but after, before New Year's. Yeah.
And you've already teased a little bit.
Yeah. It's
And so and I've wrapped it myself. I don't know if you can.
Christmas gifts. Wow. First when I read pole, I thought it was something completely different.
Yeah.
Pole saw? So it's an extendable saw?
Yes.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is
So
so
you can reach those things that you just can't reach with anything else you can reach.
I already have a couple of places where this is going to be put to use. Who, man?
They are named by the same company that named us.
This is cool. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 5 feet. That must be it, right?
Yeah.
Pole saw, extendables pole saw. This is cool. look forward to trying that out. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And
Thank you for shooting something on video.
and Merry Christmas.
Maybe we should just say, because the intro for this video
Yes,
will be us heading out
to hunt.
to hunt here on this estate.
And today, it's not going to take that long to kind of tell what we experienced, because we experienced close to nothing.
Yeah, this is not Mauritius, huh?
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not Mauritius. It is Denmark. It's difficult, huh?
Yeah.
Normally, when we are here, we see a lot of roe deer. There was nothing out today. I don't know why, but nothing was out on the fields, or I did a short spot and stalk. Didn't see anything either. So yeah, but next time around. But yeah. So, but back to my trip to Mauritius.
Yes.
So holiday with the family. Great place for holiday, first of all. Very, very warm, and then before we went there, I started looking into hunting opportunities there, and they have Rusa deer, which is, as I mentioned before, red static size deer, a bit Sika like antlers, just much
I'll
more
put in
heavy.
a picture.
Yeah, and there'll be a video as well. But really, really cool deer, and they have loads of them. It's a primary source of red meat on the island of Mauritius. It's a deer that was imported to the island a couple of 100 years ago in the 1700s, and they hold them in fences. So we hunted one, if not the largest, then one of the largest, which was 8,000 hectares, which is a really, really big country. And most of the estate we were on was very thick. So it was very dry. It was bush-like. It looked like an African savanna, bushy savanna. Lots of trees and then openings in between.
Yeah.
And then just lots of animals. There were a lot of animals. We had several encounters where we were going for a big stag in a herd, and we just couldn't get the stag free from the other animals. It was just in there, just see it sticking its head out, and it being a couple of maybe a foot or something higher than the rest of the animals, and then putting its head up in the middle. And after a while, after they spotted us, they just drifted away, sometimes slowly, sometimes just head over heels, and just didn't get free. So great opportunity to see a lot of game and stalking game, and we were kind of moving in the bushes, in the thick areas, and then looking out into these more open areas. So cool place to stalk.
You did it with a guide, right?
Yeah, I did it with a guide. You can't do it without a guide down there. So yes, it was guided. So there was the guy that I arranged it with has a guiding license and a guiding business down there. Really, really cool guy. Not been doing it in his own business for that many years, but is one of the bigger outfitters on Mauritius, and has access to a lot of these different estates. So there was him, and he brought his son along, who was same age as my son, whom I brought along. So that was quite cool. And then lastly, as I mentioned before, there was another guy as well filming and taking photos. A lot of people moving together in the bush. So it was a lot of the guides saying, straight line behind me, and and you guys stay back, and we'll continue. And so when the heat was turned on, we were like leaving the camera guy and his son behind, and the guy from the state, and then it was just my son and I and the guide who made the final approach. And the first approach.
Maybe someone will be interested in knowing who the outfitter is.
Yes, Hunting Mauritius.
I'll put a link and everything.
Yeah, definitely. Jean-François. It doesn't get more French than that, at least not name-wise. But yeah, fantastic, cool dude. Came and picked us up at the hotel, and he just took care of everything. It was super nice. He takes care of firearms as well, bow and everything. Yeah. Apparently, it's a complete hassle to bring firearms into Mauritius. So you just use what they have here, and it was nice. It was a TK-T3 with a very good optic, and the other one was a Hercule with a good, very good optic. So very good equipment. A Matthews bow. So everything was just tip top on that account. But yeah, we'll put links in. And so the first kind of real approach we did, we saw what looked to be a big stag in a herd, and approached through a thicket and came up and made ready, and then the guide looked at him several times, and there was one that was not big enough, and they need to have a certain size. The big stags, they don't want to shoot kind of the middle ones. And then there was another one which was very old. It was a bit abnormal, and had broken a tine, and a cool trophy, but we hadn't been hunting that long. So I was also like, there's so many animals, and but I was looking at him through the scope, and after a while I was like, this is not the stag, and just let him cruise by, and then the opportunity arose for my son to take over. The old stag disappeared, and there were more animals in the herd, and we had agreed that he could. This was going to be his first game, and we had agreed that he could shoot either a wild boar if we encountered one, or a young pointer spike stag, and there was a spike coming, and so he got ready, and he was just cool as a cucumber. It was so good to see. He was so cool. He's been shooting quite a bit, but this was first time on game, right? So and he was just, there was no fever, there was nothing. He was just cool, and he was just like, Dad, it's this one, and then that opportunity kind of evaporated. It disappeared between trees and some other animals, and we're like, okay, waiting, and see if there was another one. And another one came, and it needed to pass. They were kind of moving down a bit and then coming back up again. So we were like, okay, you got to be ready. There's a hind and a calf, a fawn coming, and then he will be the third one coming up. And then the guide said, once when he comes up and he's free, I'm going to try and whistle or say something, and we'll see if he stops. But you got to be quick. It's going to be a couple of seconds. And he came up, and he was like, "Bah!" And he stopped and looked, and like that. And he just made a jump, ran 40 meters or something, and then tumbled over. So and my son, he looked through. I reloaded, reloaded, and he was just looking through the scope. Is it down? Is it down? Is it down? I was like, yeah, it's down. Can you see it? Yeah, I can see. Is it down? Handed the rifle to the guy, and he was just like, is it down? Yeah. And he just nearly hugged the life out of me. I had issues catching my breath. He was just, so yeah. Then just looking into his eyes afterwards, and he was just over the moon, so happy, and it was so great because we actually agreed, because the hardest thing would be to find the big stag. And okay, we're gonna go for the big stag first. And then this opportunity was just fantastic, because he got to be the one to get an animal first. So that was just that was great. An amazing experience being with him for his first animal, and then approaching the animal afterwards and coming up to it and being together, seeing him put his hand on it. That was cool.
Every hunting father's dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that was a big experience. So big that actually afterwards I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I need any more. But I did. And then we continued, and we were walking through a thicket, and we hadn't seen we saw a couple of deers being.
Rasmus had so many interesting things to say about his trip to Mauritius, so we've decided to split it into 2 or maybe even 3 parts. So I hope you'll join us for the next one, and I also hope that you thought that this episode was as exciting as I did. I know I can't wait to have my sons take their first deer, and hopefully it will be together with me. What an amazing day together with your son. So join us next time for a continuation of the story. Rasmus will be stalking hind with a bow. There's also something with a big stag, so yeah, tune in next time, and thanks for listening. Hey there, Rasmus and I would just like to say thanks for tuning in to the Up, Out and Under Hunt podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode and got a little bit of inspiration and maybe that extra kick to get up in the trees, out in nature or under the water. Want some more hunting stories, saddle hunting tips or gear reviews? Be sure to follow us on one of the major podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Podimo. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. Then you'll never miss an episode and you'll make us very happy. You can also connect with us between episodes. You can find us on Instagram on UOU_hunt podcast. We are on Facebook on Ud, Op og Under Jagt podcast, and on YouTube on @UOU Hunting. We would love to hear from you. Drop us a comment, send us a message, or tag us in your own hunting adventures. We respond to all comments. It's great motivation and it means a lot to us. So until next time, remember, it's all about getting up, out, and under.